So my charm is there, my bold needs up, my creativity needs up, my fun's gonna need up later. So let's go creativity, because I can't get my boldness back up. We're rehearsing for the class play. You are especially good, nor inspired. For once it seems you aren't getting the classic creativity boost from the auditorium. But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble covering your point in a discussion, so you decide to convey through music. Yes, High School Musical, the Drama Club edition. Arguing totally get your point, and you change their minds. Once the song is over, you gain +2 creativity. You notice Polly bent over her phone, while Miranda tries to peek over her shoulder. Something really interesting must be going on Polly's phone. When you get close through, you see that Polly just on Tinder again, swiping right on everybody. Though a little worried. What did you say this was called again? Tinder. And it's an app for finding true love? Sure.
How majestic.
But I never knew. I've spent countless hours going to royal balls and kissing frogs and pretending to be in a magical slumber. Then I could simply have just been using this app? I mostly use it for collecting dick pics. That's what I use it for. What are these dick pics? Tokens of affection. Oh, alas. To be so far behind in my quest for loves. I'm 19 years old, practically an old maid, and only now learning of this? Oh hi, will I ever make up for lost time? Don't worry, I'll coach you in the mysterious ways of Tinder. You'll have a whole Harmon in no time. You still don't have Tinder? Why should you worry of having Tinder when you can actually own Tinder? Why don't you just buy the entire company? I like that her creativity costume is a Princess Daisy outfit, by the way. Not Peach, but Daisy. Because, let's be honest, the pink on pink would clash. I feel like that's charm. That might be money or smartness. And I don't know how much my charm is. Is good enough? Oh. Screw it. That's also the smart answer, but the money answer, so let's go with it. Ooh, it's so smart. Oh, yes, a curse. I'll simply purchase the app and require all of its most attractive and heroic users to date me. It's exactly how my father met my mother. Except with the Indian Ocean instead of Tinder. Well, I'll give you $230 million for Tinder. I mean, okay, but I don't actually own the company. What do you mean? I thought you said you had Tinder. Yeah, on my phone. I have a copy of the app. I don't own any successful internet startups. Oh yes, I had forgotten. You were poor. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
I must depart.
I guess she's gonna go buy Tinder. Now might be a good time to uninstall Tinder from your phone. Meanwhile, you gain +2 creativity and 1 smarts. More smarts. I used to be the smartest.
Let's go.
I'd be the smartest there is. Alright. So you can sit with these guys, which is the Coven and Damien, and we might get something for it. Or we can keep impressing Miranda, the mermaid. We can go to the shop. Let's talk to Miranda. Miss Lane looking disgruntled. This seems Miranda is pretty upset too. Better check it out. Why are you tapping on your phone so angrily? Did your phone offend you in some way? Why are you mad at it? You seem to be an 8.5 on the Ferrari-Lemmy scale. The what? The Ferrari-Lemmy scale. Normally I can tell how people are feeling from their faces, but you seem to be frowning most of the time. So I created a chart to measure your frowniness. Brenda pulls out a notepad and displays a series of doodles of Lemmy's frowniness. They're not super accurate, but they are super adorable. I'm not angry at my phone. My so-called frowniness is caused by numerous error. I specifically asked that my creature blurry be extra crispy. My creature creme brulee. So creature creme brulee. Alright. Be extra crispy. So that it truly popped with my mascara Instagram filter. Instead, they burnt it to a crisp, rendering it unphotographiable. So Lemmy, being a hipster, takes pictures of his food and posts it on Instagram. Don't be like the vampire. Don't post your food on Instagram. Nobody cares. You can't do that. If they shut the cafeteria down, the school kitchen staff will lose their jobs. Do you know that the peasants have to do labor to make living wages? They don't simply have an unlimited store of gold. I was shocked when I first found out. Of course you were. Earn their wages. They should have been better at their jobs. I am simply the merchant of truth. No, you're the merchant of poop. Your royal supplication shines through. Look. Yes, ask me. My case getting toward the mainstream, but surely they can see the silver cafeteria must be exposed. More compassionate than that, they would gladly help me save the cafeteria again. Again? Gosh, it's hard to keep track of all your misadventures at this shit show of a school. Gosh dang it. The shit show of a school. Isn't every school a shit show, though? Eh, you be the judge. Still, might as well help. We're homeless people. We pay to write positive Yelp reviews. The cafeteria until we eclipse Lenny's. My voice simply can't shut down this cafeteria. At least not the voice of a high schooler. Let's get a renowned food critic. So that one's for Miranda, that one's for Lammy. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't know if I have the money to do it, but we're gonna try. And of course, this one involves two of my most favorite strategies: gathering an army and orchestrating work to the franchise. It involves torture and suppression of descendants. It would hit all my favorites. But there might still be time for that later. I don't even have a response to this. You go to the vast homeless population who wander the woods near the school. Don't ask. And convince them the cafeteria is a trendy new restaurant that sells food for the most valuable currency of all: positive Yelp reviews. Turns out people are pretty gullible when they're starving. So they flock to the cafeteria in droves and start writing spectacular reviews on their phones. Because now homeless people have phones of their own. And it seems they kept all the unwanted blackberries. Remember blackberries? Yeah, me neither. So this principal giant spider bursting into the cafeteria with 8-legged panic. Stop bringing droves of homeless people into our cafeteria. It was absolutely vital to the vitality of the school. You said that the last 5 times. So we've done this 5 times. But you can't solve all your problems by... I beg to differ. If we solved it 5 times by manipulating the homeless people, I think we can do it every time. PGS storms out. Perfectly chipper. Oh, you may pretend to be upset, but I think the subtext was pretty clear. Thank you, Miranda and Victory, for saving the entire school, like the beautiful heroes you are. Aw, she thinks I'm beautiful, guys. We're in. We have our date for prom. 100% a lie. For a minute, I called you beautiful. See? It's a win.
Let's go.
Alright, guys. What do we want to work on now? I think we should really work on money. Even though I haven't got any money questions yet. But we also need to work on our boldness. Let's go bold. We'll just leave the money low. Why do we have class at night? What kind of night schooling BS is this? World to know how reckless you are. For the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way! The graffiti says, I'm bold as fuck. And you know what? It turns out the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall. A deep voice resounds within the wall and says, well, not bold AF, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain +2 boldness. Boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you. Many people go in the bathroom to fill a very physical biological need. Emphasized, in fact, as going to the bathroom. But when you go, you are immediately greeted by the hullabaloo that can only come from a clamoring of many armored people. The GD school. Oh, this GD school. You're here. My judgment is final. The sentence is death to be carried out immediately by my most trusted executioner, Salt. Many things on what should be, again, empathetically, be called a porcelain throne, which has been turned into quite literal throne. She turned the bathroom toilet into an actual throne. Towards golden jewels and dolphin skulls. What was the next stall before? All the walls were knocked down, and a bare-chested max executioner holds the prisoner aloft. It's a goldfish in a plastic bag that they're about to flush down the toilet. Wait, cries the goldfish. Yes, any less words or gulps? I demand a trial by combat, cries the goldfish. Oh shoot. I hate it when they do that. I'm royally obligated to royally oblige. Very well then. Choose your champion. Goldfish swishes his little fishy tail and suddenly an enormous fishman with huge rippling muscles somehow, even though he also still has scales. It's all very confusing, but anyway, he appears as he wields an enormous battle axe. Just the terrible, horrible, full of bloodlust, never been defeated again. So he's been defeated once, but never again. All my prisoners are so predictable. I could have you fight him, but I'd hate to lose my best executioner. There's Sharkhead Max, the axe, or Medjurel, the murderess, or Weldict, Wayland, the wanderer. But of course, there's only one champion worthy to fight the undefeated. Full of bloodlust, never been defeated. And that's Vicky, the nightmare from the surface, breather of air. Don't worry, Vicky. What? No, I don't have enough boldness for this. Turbo has killed literally every single champion he has ever come up against. Doesn't mean he's going to kill you. Dang it. Now you can't even be without the threat of being ripped limb from limb by a fish. Better find a way to turn this around so you can survive. And more importantly, impress Miranda. Horrible, full of bloodlust, never been defeated, that you're all above water, so he can't breathe. The goldfish said trial by combat. He didn't say what kind. Challenge him to combat. You're in the popular video game of battling pocket humans. Pokemon. Okay. So, here's the thing. That seems like the smart choice. That seems like the funner choice. But we got a shit ton of smarts, people. bring yourself up to the full height, which is still nowhere clearer to being close as tall as the unbeatable Bloodlust, and approach him menacingly. If we're above water, you whisper in his ear flap. Only his ear flap. You have gills. What you do, then how are you breathing? His eyes go giant, and they were already pretty big. He gasps for air and clutches his throat. His gills flap frantically, but there's no water to filter through them. Oh look, it would appear your champion has been defeated. The tax-evading scum, now prepare to meet your maker. We're killing a goldfish because he invaded taxes. Wait, what? Tax evasion. Any last words? You may be able to flush me down the toilet, says the goldfish bravely. But you'll never be able to take away the likelihood that I could live in the sewers and mutate in something far greater than I am now. Return to fight, Vicky, the nightmare from the surface, breather of air, my own self. A risk I am most certainly willing to take. After all, Vicky just proved themselves to be my greatest, bravest, beautifulest champion ever. See, she called me beautiful again. We got this. I feel so pretty. With that, the traitorous tax-evading goldfish is flushed down the toilet. But who gives a F about that? Because Miranda is obviously smitten with you. And all because you remembered how air works. You gain fleshy boldness and one charm. I love being so smart.